And as it's cleared, I've looked down and my trousers are all shredded. There's blood down my legs, my neck, my face, my arm, and a piece of like metal stuck out my shin bone. And what happened was there was a murder hole next to us, which for anyone that doesn't know, they drill a little small hole like that. I can still get your head in that, yeah. And they can see the camouflage come past. And chances are, I want to say it was some big time like Taliban commander. Chances are they've paid a kid, they've paid someone, or made someone do it. And they've pulled a frag grenade, rolled it over the wall, and it's rolled next to my feet. The medic behind me saw it, I didn't see it. Now frag grenades, anyone that doesn't know, has got a kill radius of about 10 metres, ruin your day radius 20 metres, and this was 1.5 metres away, which...
So is this coming in front of you, behind you, side of you?
No idea, just over, no idea. We're on a sort of hard standing, hard gravel track, but next to us...
Wall, canal.
Mud, sort of mud slope. Now the medic said if it stayed on the track, most of us would have been definitely not recording podcasts today, but it rolled into the mud, and the mud took most of the whack, but I was just next to it. And it's not like the movies, it's just a thump, and that's it. It's more just fragments that come out. So I had this like frag in me, trying to stay calm, trying to get my rifle first and foremost. And then my mates ran over, I won't name him because it's tight, but he was like, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. And I was like, mate, I was trying to stay calm and now you've really made me panic, you know, like, I'll get a bandage on, don't worry mate, it's okay. And we're like, all right, cool. So heart rate's going up a bit. We need to get out of here now because we're now vulnerable. Our lads are all taking arcs out, everyone doing what they should be doing, and the point man's valing in a safe lane out. So we're trying to get out. I'm hobbling out with my kit. I've got ECM, I've got loads of sharpshooter rounds, I've got all this stuff pretty heavy. I've managed to get my rifle back that's been blown away. And we get to this wadi, it's like a stream. And the medic said, your leg can't go in that. If your leg goes in that dirty water, your leg's coming off at best. Run and jump over it.
What?
Don't land on your bad leg. So like, you know, I always say anyone that could spell fudge with their GCSEs, like, just heard land on your bad leg. Ran and jumped, felt that bit of frag go in my bone, felt it like a white hot needle injection into my bone. And I described it as a dead leg, but a dead bone. And I just melted to the floor, like made a bit of a weird noise. I
think you're allowed.
Yeah. I won't make the noise again. Had to get out of there. So the Sergeant Major had come on a quad bike with a bin in the back, and I had to get to there. So we got to this MSR main supply route, big long road, Brooklands Road for anyone watching from Manchester, type sketch. And he's gone, throw him in, I'll drive and take arcs to the front, you lie back and take arcs to the rear. He said, we haven't valen this like metal detect, so like cross your fingers and let's get back to base. Got back to base, you know, wondering, am I going to get blown into the sky here? Driving back. We've got back, waiting for the Black Hawk to come in to pick us up. One circles, one lands. But it kept getting delayed, kept getting pushed back. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was like waiting for an Uber times 10. You know, when it changes direction, you're like, what's going on? I remember getting aggy and impatient about it. And the pain was starting to set in now. The Sergeant Major had tried giving me his like morphine pen. It just fell to pieces in his hand, broken. So we used a second one, that worked. I tried chatting up a Sergeant Major who was an ML. I called him handsome in his uniform. And he was like, that's enough morphine for you.
Morphine's
yeah, that's enough morphine for you. I didn't want to play up to it. It was in, and I was like, you know, I'm going to sit here, and if anything happens, it happens. Then I was apparently just like, you look handsome. So something happened. The Black Hawk landed. I got carried on by my mates. There's a photo of that. And strapped in like that, looking up to the ceiling. And the ceiling was just blood from the last person. This American medic was trying to get a line in my vein here, popped, blood going everywhere again. I was like, fucking hell, probably the last bloke, wasn't it? But what sobered me up was I was moaning about this, getting pushed back, but chances are the last bloke, well, 100% the last bloke needed it a lot more than I did if it's blood on the ceiling. Flown back to American hospital where I was scanned, and the doctor basically said, like, long story short, you're going to keep your legs, everything like that, it's just frag, but we are going to have to remove one of your testicles. It's frag on your testicle. Look at the scan. And I was like, there isn't, trust me. you know, like, I don't think there is. And we had lots of second opinions, lots of people come in to check, and you know, I'm starting to feel a lot less cool right now.
That about a traumatic day.
Felt really cold in there, the aircon, turn it off, you know. And they were like, I can't feel anything either, you know, as in frag. And They were like, were you scanned wearing your undershorts, your blast pants? And I said, yeah. I'd never worn them, ever, because they were so hot. And my mate Sam told me that day, you are taking the piss by not wearing them shorts. And I was like, as a joke, I'll wear them, but I'll wear them for you, you know? And they scanned me without the pants, no frag. The frag was in the blast pants, and it saved my testicle.
Wow.
And that doctor was there with his scalpel ready to go. So luckily, that didn't happen. I had 5 operations total, removing frag. Offered a flight home.
Did they get all the frag?
There's still some in it now. I had
So you
an
can't have
MRI
an
last
MRI.
year.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and there's still some in. Yeah, little small bits, deep, not coming out.
They can move though, can't they, on MRI?
Yeah. I and when they told me that, I was sat there going, I can feel it. You know, like, I can feel it. Turn it off. I was in the hospital. I was in the bed, and I was placed in this single bed facing that way. And you'd see Taliban come in and all that bits and bobs, spitting at nurses and stuff. And this little girl got brought in, really young, and her home, her compound had been FOSSed. A FOSS is burning grenade, burns through your skin, whole family been killed.
Yeah, it's a chemical that you can't put out, can you?
It's horrendous. And half her face was gone, melted. Her eyeball was dangling out. Everything was gone all over her face, and she was just screaming for days and days and days. To the point where I see why they use this as torture, playing kids crying and stuff. Like, you've got to get me out of this room. I cannot. I'm done. I'm like knuckles, white knuckles, you know, like, I regret it now. I wish I could have gone over and been sympathetic and, you know, offered a bit. I couldn't, mate. I was just in a bad mental spot anyway. I was tuned in and I was just pumped with aggression, but also this noise. I needed out of that room. And I didn't know this until I've done a bit of talk with my therapist about this recently. I've had a son. He's just turned 1. And him crying, the noise, it absolutely does something to me. It's like nails on a chalkboard times a million. I know everyone doesn't like it, but it does something to me. It just, I don't know, I can't explain it. I wanted out of this hospital pretty quick. I got back out to the front line. I could have gone home, but I didn't want to. I wanted to finish the tour. I felt like a boxer that had been blindsided on the ring walk. Yeah.